and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader, Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hello and happy Friday to everybody here who has joined in on the stream. It is Friday evening and we are live with Season 14's opening rounds here on the MX5 Cups at Silverstone, and it's going to be an absolute blistering one. Before we get into that though, quick shout out from our affiliation partners at Asetek Sim Sport. So if you are in the market for some new sim gear, some wheels, some pedals, some all of the good stuff, head along to visit them, grab what you would, put it in the basket, head to the checkout and enter the code Phoenix Sim Sport and get a lovely 5% discount from us. But going into today, we have ourselves a new voice in the comms box. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to introduce Jake. Jake is new to Phoenix Sim Sport and a little bit of comms and racing background. So welcome into the box, Jake.
Hello everyone, thank you. Good evening, and just looking ahead from practice, it's looking to be a very interesting evening and championship, isn't it?
It certainly is. You're spot on the money there. We've got plenty of potential on the grid this evening. We've got some old rivals back at it in the likes of Marcel Miku and Mikael DLX. They were first and second last season, all the way down to the last race it was. Familiar faces in the likes of 419, Maverick, Brizen, Nestor. They are all still in the grid, and not forgetting Fiala as well. And we've also got a couple of newcomers. We saw Twiz at the end of last season join us, but we have EX48 and Aiden, I believe, that you know yourself. But we're not going to discount the fact that Parmesan's also with us this season for the full season, and looking at practice, he's already setting us off. But yeah, your friend Aiden.
Yes, look, I mean, just going back to the top three, it's looking like it would be a very close race. I mean, I know that's practice, but when we head into qualifying, hopefully all of the drivers can get that toe, and that'll make a very interesting race, won't it?
Absolutely, completely agree with you. And with these guys especially, you know, there's going to be no holding back. Even in practice, you'll see that these guys don't tend to hold back all that often. But we'll see them absolutely go in qualifying. It's going to be a good battle, I think, between, as you said, the top three, Parmesan, Mikael, and Miku. They're always hot on the heels of each other, these guys. So what do you think the top three is going to be? What's your prediction?
I'm going to say it will maybe Twiz maybe get into the top three, I reckon. But I reckon anyone outside the top five, I think it's going to be a battle for the top five, and then it's just going to, you know, 6th, 7th and 8th looking quite close, and then for 9th to 11th is looking fairly close. So, and then my friend Aiden up in 12th, fairly new to sim racing, just started. I only mentioned it to him yesterday, so just literally joined the server today. But I was helping him earlier. He's getting down to some pretty decent times, to be honest. So, yeah, it's just, you know, all learning. But yeah, it's looking to be good, isn't it?
Well, that's it. You've got to learn somewhere, and you've got to start somewhere. Well, we all did it at one point or another. Slow as you are, you always gain pace at one point or another. So good luck to Aiden then. First, well, this is his first official sim race then. So welcome to Phoenix Sim Sport, and thanks for joining us for your first one. But we've got some, as you said, there's some plenty of close gaps. The gaps between Maverick and Nestor, that'll be the same. It's kind of what they ended up with last year as well, always close. And again, they're not even that far behind 419 and EX48 and Fiala as well. That was a really good result from Fiala, to be honest with you. P6 in practice and only a 10th off the back of Matt Pryor. So, yeah, as you said, there's nothing much between it. If you take the top 10, that's 1.1 seconds between pole sitter, or what would be pole sitter, Parmesan, if you can recreate this in qualifying. And in Brizen and P10, that's, you can't really stay. You can't really get any much closer when it comes to racing in that case, can you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to be slipstream galore, and it's Silverstone National, good circuit, good close track, it's proper Mazda Racing, like in real life.
Oh, exactly. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
We're going to
Love
expect
the Mazdas, they're so good, aren't they?
They are, and this is what I love about these, like, same specification class kind of racing. Like what you do yourself. We'll get into that very shortly, though, because I didn't realise until today, actually, that you actually have racing pedigree and knowledge.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that one, folks, until the little gap between qualifying and the race. We'll get to know Jake a little bit more And we are going to go crack on with qualifying now. Who we're going to jump on board with to start with. Let's see. We're going to go on with our P2 man from the championship last year, Miku. And he is heading the pack out, so he will be the first one to get a lap down today. You can already see right behind him Matt Pryor, Parmesan, and then Twiz. So there's your 4 going out straight away. And lovely little cars running an absolutely cracking little circuit. As you said, this national one, it's just super fast and super fun.
Yeah, especially the complex, very technical, that we're actually coming up to very shortly. Down the Hanger Straight at the moment, coming into the Brooklands and Luffield complex, pitching the car in, getting it over the apex, running it back out wide, and then dragging it back over left for the exit to get a good exit back onto the main straight. I think we'll see a good bit of overtaking from that come the race.
Yeah, you're right, and it looks a little bit easier in these Mazdas for getting the power down, but I've noticed myself, especially running in the GT3s of Assetto Corsa, that not the easiest corner to go flat out round.
Yeah, it was a tricky one last night because I was in the Tatus. It was very fun. To be honest, I was a reserve. I didn't sign up for it, and I just got a spot. So last night, before the race, it was my first bit of proper practice, but really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping I can keep that spot and hopefully continue in the championship.
There's nothing like throwing yourself in the deep end of the Tatus. I tried one of them last season. I didn't do too well, so I threw myself in a commentary box. I thought it was a lot safer for everyone else. But yeah, it was a good little race yesterday, that's for sure. Plenty of action packed. It was 45 minutes of running yesterday in the Tatus opening session, and plenty of action and plenty of drama at the end of that one as well, which saw a very unsurprising victory for Mr. Miku. But we'll see.
I was just going to say, if you haven't, if the viewers haven't been checking that out or haven't seen it, certainly check out the last 5 minutes of yesterday's because it was brilliant. I watched it back at the end and it was just very close and very unlucky, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, you couldn't have really scripted that one. As you said, the VOD is available up on YouTube, so if you want to catch up on yesterday's racing, you can just jump onto our YouTube page and it'll be right there for you. And as I said, that last 5 minutes was absolute drama-filled. Beautiful racing, though, throughout. And even as you said, the last 5 minutes was great. The first 10, 15 as well, as you saw Shinzo and Rico going side by side for most of the start of that race. But looking at this one at the moment, Miku on provisional pole position with a 105.1. Then Matt's further 4/10 behind him, 48, and Fiala, 3rd and 4th. Yet to set a time is Parmesan. Mikel as well, yet to set a representative time. So I think we've got 14 on track at the moment.
Hayden has just set his best of the afternoon. I mean, I've been on there all afternoon with him and he's not got really below a 107.9, so great first lap, and he's still got another 6.5 minutes to replicate and go even quicker. So first proper flying lap he's got down and beaten his pace from practice, which is very impressive.
That is very impressive. He's just got on the ball straight out the pits. That's what you like to see, improvement in every lap. There we go. We're going to have a little check of Aiden in a second. Let me just get to him. There we are.
So riding on board, going around the Brooklands, taking again all the curb, getting back over tight to the curb for Luffield, dragging it back out over to the left for the exit onto the main straight. I think that'd be one of the main corners for some action, won't it? Coming out of Luffield onto this straight, a bit of slipstreaming for turn 1 should make for a lot of close racing. Absolutely,
I wouldn't actually put it past to see 3 wide going into here, to be honest, at some point or another in the race. With what we've seen last season, especially at the MX5s, last season's race here at Silverstone was absolutely jam-packed. And what makes it even better is we do have 2 20-minute races coming up. The first one is assigned by this qualifying that we are on right now, and the second one is reverse grid order, which just means Aiden could have a chance at pole position if he doesn't have the best of qualifyings, but he is ahead of Twiz at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Twiz, I think may have only just come out of the pits a couple of laps because he was up in the order earlier, wasn't he? He was in about 4th or 5th, so maybe he's just still getting used to the car, perhaps, or even maybe he'd put the wrong setup on from earlier, but obviously they've still got 5.5 minutes to get a time done, and as we'd see, who's that in front having a little switch? That's a very technical corner, that, isn't it? I mean, in real life it's pretty Like on the power, off the power, on the power. It's a good corner. It's
Yeah.
probably my favourite on the national.
It's a great corner as well. I said one of the harder ones to take in the GT3s, and as you said, it is very much balancing that throttle and brake coming through there as we see Aiden going really wide. Still on a 107.7 though, so a good respectable time from Aiden, and anything can happen in these races. He's still set a time compared to Twiz. Parmesan currently sitting on pole position with a 105.0, so he is, look how close that is. There's almost 0.2 of a second between the top three.
I mean, even the position, the 48 in fourth, he's looking like if he's up there for the contention of even in the race. If he doesn't improve in qualifying, he's certainly up there for the race, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. I said anything can happen. It's all down to the starts, and Silverstone can get a little bit messy at the first corner. He's a little bit renowned for it. Hopefully the guys will keep it nice and clean today. We'll see.
Anything can happen, even in real life. I can certainly tell you about that one.
We got in the chat, not gonna lie, he thought if Twiz could race, he would win by 30 seconds. Twiz at the moment, I think, is having some minor technical issues with the car. We've seen it in practice, so he wasn't getting the most out of it. And maybe that's why he's still stuck in the pit lane at the moment, having those issues coming into Cops, he was saying. And the car not doing what he wanted. Currently P15 for Twiz. Not the start of the season he'd be wanting. As we're having a little look at Mav at the moment. P7. He is ahead of his teammate 419 by 0.3, and he's trying to chase Fiala at the moment, who's got himself in a very respectable P6. Fiala looking for a rather good improvement this season. And almost on his level terms with Matt Pryor as well, so really good times there coming from Fiala.
And just looking at Miku, he's very close to pole position. It's almost pretty much a dead heat. Nothing hardly separating the top two at all.
There's nothing at all. That's just confirmation that Twiz is unable to race, it seems. So unfortunately, Twiz is not going to be making it. So we'll be down to 14 cars to start. Race 1 here, season 14 of the MX5 Cup. Unfortunately, Twiz looking like he could have been a strong contender. Very strong contender for a good result today. But hopefully he can come back stronger next week. So looking at the times, Parmesan's just dropped into the 104s.
I was just going to say that. Beat me to it.
Gotta be on the ball around me.
And who's just jumped up to 6th? Quite an impressive lap time for them to jump them from 9th.
419 up to 6th. That puts him 2 places ahead of who we're on board with, his teammate Mav. Those two are always close on the grid, but they are 0.2 the gap between them now. Brisen, P11. We'd hope for an improvement. Saying that, there he goes, up to P10, Brisen.
So probably most of the drivers now are on their penultimate lap, I'm guessing, because we've got about 1.5 minutes left, so most of them probably on their last lap, unless they're lucky coming through the Brooklyn complex or along the Hanger Straight. They'll probably get maybe another lap or so.
Yeah, they really want to be crossing the line about now if you're going to get a lap in.
Yeah, but it's probably looking at, my money's on Parmesan. I think he's going to take pole. He's just got into the 104s. I reckon he's going to hold it.
Oh, you think? I think it could be a close one between Mikel and Miku taking it. There's nothing in it between the two of them. We're on board with Mikel right now as he's coming up to the end of the lap, I believe. Yep. And will he make an improvement? Yep. So he's a 10th off, just over a 10th. Almost 2 tenths off. Can he make an improvement here? Can he snatch pole from Parmesan? Round in the last corner. There is an improvement, but it's not enough. It will be P3 for Mikel.
And just looking, Parmesan on his last lap, he's got the fastest Sector 1, a 33.695. So maybe he's looking to even better and extend his gap.
He does. 5/1000ths of a second. Parmesan improves. Is Miku still on track? I'm wondering. I'm trying to find him. That's Mikel. That is Aiden. Miku. Where is Miku? There he is. He is on a lap.
Currently, he's 1/10 up off his personal best, so he could be very, very close for this.
This could be very, very close. If he keeps up this pace and he can find another half a tenth through the final second part of this track, then yeah, he'll take pole position from Parmesan. You can't really get any much closer. Aiden.
Sector 1 is...
Oh, sorry, on you go.
No, go on, you're alright.
I was going to say, your friend Aiden improves his time with 107.6. Fastest of his weekend.
Great. Yeah, that's good. I mean, like I say, I was helping him earlier, getting his lap time down. I think, like I say, he wasn't getting below the 108, so it's great to see, you know, knocking 5-6 tenths off, and he's still got the races to even get more confident. And of course, when you've got cars in front of you behind, it's just going to make you, you know, push on and try and keep consistent and keep up.
That's it, and always getting better. Miku coming at the end of his lap, unfortunately not being able to improve, and that was, what is that, 1/1,000,000th of a second faster than Mikel. So a 105.068 for Miku and a 105.069 for Mikel. You don't get much closer than that when it comes to qualifying times.
Proper Mazda Racing, and it's amazing to see that you can, no matter where they are in the world, you can replicate that as if it's real life Mazda Racing. Because even, you know, real life, you see crazy, silly, ridiculous gaps, don't you? Even like up to 8th, we're in just under a 9th, we're under a second, which is amazing. It
is. It's such a close field that we've got here, and we'll round out our top 10 right now. So we have Parmesan taking pole position here in race 1 of Season 14 and the MX5 Cup, followed up with Miku getting the heads up over Mikel, his championship rival from Season 13. Very nice little gap there. Not much between them at all. A literal hair between them. Matt will take P4, EX48 on his debut. P5, 419 in P6, ahead of Fiala in P7. Great time there from Fiala. Maverick will take P8, Reguibi in P9, Brizzen P10, Nestor P11, Sopanen in P12, and our debutant Aiden in P13, with Twiz unfortunately having to retire. So, while we're on a little bit of a break then, Jake, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. So, I'm only 15 and I compete in the BRSC Fiesta Junior Championship, and it's my first proper season this year so far. May have some pictures to show you later in the season, but in the evening, sorry. But yeah, I started last year. I did a couple of guest rounds, one at Snetterton in Norfolk, which went very well. I got up to, I qualified 12th last year out of a grid of 24 on my first ever race. And I got up to 8th by the first corner, by the second lap, but unfortunately I had some contact, and at the last corner of Snetterton there was some contact, and sadly I ended up on my roof, which wasn't the greatest. But I mean, we've just started this year. I had another race at the end of last year on Silverstone International, which I got up to in the first race. I had some contact and a wheel bearing went, but in the second race I started last, which was I think in October. There was only about 20 on the grid, but I got up to 9th in a 15-minute race, which was very impressed with. But we've just started the season. We only started 3 weeks ago at Snetterton again, and that went very well. I qualified exactly the same as last year, 12th, and then I got up to 9th in the first race. So yeah, it was just good, but just obviously gaining the experience in the juniors, ready for adult racing, whatever comes of adult racing. So
well,
yeah.
Certainly, yeah. So we've got a bit of experience. That's pretty cool to see. We do actually have some pictures that we can throw up to show the folks. Let me just do this, and first one, and then we have your car up there. Oh, lovely little green Fiesta. So this is the one that you run about with. How often do you race these a year?
They're normally once a month, the meetings, but because I've got my GCSEs at the moment, we're now next racing in July once the GCSEs are finished. But they have got a round in a couple of weeks' time at Mallory. But we're not doing any until July now because of GCSEs. But after July, we intend to do majority of the rest of the season, which can't wait for, really.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, so good. Love it.
I imagine being a 15-year-old and getting to throw a Fiesta around at the weekend just for fun. I'd really enjoy that, man. That's cool. So we do. We've got a bit of a racing experience in the con, but there we go. There's you in your car, ready for a race.
Ready in the assembly area, ready to go out. God, it was brilliant. I loved it. It's so good.
I imagine that'd be an amazing sensation. That, yeah, I have to definitely get you an actual interview on the podcast at some point, I think. We'd love to get to know a bit more about the racer that is Jake, but we're getting ready for lights out here. We're down to the last 20 seconds, and then we'll be off for race 1.
So who's your money on then?
Oh,
Place your bets.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with Miku.
I'm going to go Parmesan. I think he might drop back just because of slipstreaming, but I reckon he'll get it.
Let's see, we've got all the lights on, and we are off, and away we go. Great start from GOVEE, not so good just ahead of him. That's Fiala. And we're having a look at the pack. Any changes up front? Doesn't look like it. Everyone cleanly through turn 1. We've been getting past Maverick there. Maverick falling back. He had to take a bit of a defensive line. Gonna go a bit further up the pack here as we see Matt Pryor is trying to go around the outside of Miku.
I think he might get that on the run down because he's got the inside line. If he can keep it, he may have the inside for Brooklands because he's running side by side at the moment.
That's it, and this is letting Parmesan get away. Miku kind of falling back victim down into P4. Mikel getting the bonus up into P2. So good for Mikel, good for Parmesan, not good for Miku. Not the start he would have wanted. You see someone run wide there. That was Fiala. So Fiala dropping down the order, as is Maverick. Down into P10 and P12 respectively. Aiden, P13, staying out of trouble. Staying on the back of the pack.
That's why, isn't it? Gaining confidence, like I say, his first ever proper sim race, so it's just great to see him out there.
And it's good to have him involved as well, as we see him coming into picture there. Still up in with the pack. Like I said, anything can happen. It usually does in the MX5s. On board with race leader right now, Parmesan. That gap is now up to 1.1 seconds over Mikel. Miku has taken the place back from Matt and makes his way up into P3, but he is off the pace slightly. Matt straight into the slipstream of Miku. Few gaps building.
Parmesan just trying to keep out of trouble, keep consistent times at the start of the race, isn't he? And just try and pull away because, like we know, I mean, certainly from my experience watching Mazda racing in real life, there was so close, isn't it? And once someone's pulled away and they're not in that lead battle, they're gone.
As we just saw Miku going a bit wide there, and Matt taking the place back. As we see Nestor and Mav battling hard. Mav under all sorts of pressure right now. Sopanen is in there. On board with Mav right on the back end of the DLX branded car from Nestor. You can hear Sopanen's all over the rear of Mav. There he is, Sopanen.
Running a little bit wide.
Oh, he's on the inside. He's got the place at the moment. Fiala's right behind this battle as well. Mav having to go out wide. Oh, and then he gets a little bit of oversteer. That's going to let Fiala have a little run in at him down the straight here. Not looking good for Mav at the moment. As we had Aiden in shot as well.
Yeah, at the back, just keeping up. He's keeping up with the pack though, isn't he? Which
yes.
Is great to see.
That's it. He's not far off at all, and these guys will battle. Mistakes will happen, and there's points on the board. And that's what we'll be wanting. Mav and Fiala battling hard then for P11. As we see Aiden absolutely going for it. What I want to do quickly though is we're going to change some of the lap time orders. There we go. So at the moment... Oh, sorry.
At the moment, who are we focusing on? We've got the battle for 10th, 11th and 12th, is this?
This is the battle for 10th, 11th, 12th, yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, the trouble is when you've got Maverick just trying to... He's got, obviously, people behind him and in front who wants to attack, but also he's got to be very careful in case he outbreaks himself, runs a bit wide. Will that open the door? Probably, but he also wants to attack and obviously make up those positions.
the GOVEE 419 fight. There's a bit of a gap between GOVEE and 419 at the moment. So there's not much of a fight going on. Parmesan extending his lead up to 1.6 seconds. See Maverick just there. They're kind of just caught in that little bit of a snake at the moment, aren't they, here? Up the back.
And as we see Aiden, he's set his best ever lap time at 107.3, so it's
Absolutely
great to see
fantastic.
that he's getting so much confidence in the car, and also, like I say, he's only just started. I only mentioned it to him yesterday, so it's great to see that he's got the confidence, or getting the confidence. Or are we going to see a lunge up the inside of Matt? Possibly, maybe back in the slipstream and try again at Brooklands.
Possibly. Let's have a wee look and see from the onboard of 48 here, all over the back of Matt Pryor. aka the Tire Whisperer. As I said, you can see Miku up there, MP3 as well. So the gap isn't too great between the leaders. Still just under 15 minutes to go here in race 1 before we get to our reverse grid order. It's just amazing how equal these cars are. There's nothing in it at all. They're all slipstreaming one another.
Yeah, they're so fun to drive. I was on there earlier having a go, and it's brilliant. I love it. It's so fun now.
Oh, they are absolutely great fun.
Going sideways round Brooklands. Oh, do they run a little bit wide around turn 1?
A little bit wide there.
It's only allowing, it's only putting Matt into the clutches of 48 in 5th position, but Matt brakes slightly later, but 48 gets it tucked in and runs back out, ready for to slipstream along the straight and get it tucked back in for Brooklands and the Luffield complex.
Indeed, and he's definitely got himself a good line there. Matt also carrying the slipstream from the back of Miku. Well, he was just having a little look there, wasn't he? But this is letting GOVEE come back in.
He seems more confident, 48, we're one that we're on board with at the moment, round this bit. He seems to, he has a slight little twitch around the Luffield, but he seems, the last lap, he seemed to be closing in on Matt round the Luffield complex, didn't he?
It was, and that gap is now down to 0.3 of a second between Matt and 48. So there's literally nothing in it at all. And then GOVEE's only just over a second back from this pair. So their squad, see 48 going very wide there. Now GOVEE's very good at the art of just letting folk battle and then sneaking up, stealing places. So we'll see if that will happen with this battle going on. Nestor and Maverick are still battling a little bit further down for P9. We're going to quickly have a little look at this. As we're getting Mav all over close. On camera, pitch back please. There we go. And it is Nestor down the inside of Maverick. Mav's trying to go around the outside. It's opening behind him. Fiala there. Aiden also still in the picture. Still up behind the... Still sticking with the pack.
Great bit of clean racing from these lot, isn't it? I mean, the mid-pack to the mid-pack's putting on some great racing for us.
That's it. Everyone likes to keep it nice and clean, but it's also nice and tightly packed as well. You get some fantastic racing in this MX5 series. Currently, race 1 being led by Parmesan. That gap to Mikel now up to 2.1 seconds. Gap to P3, Miku 4.8 seconds from the lead. So, Miku losing pace. Whoa, as we just saw Soperin going extremely wide there. And down he goes to P11. Yep, Matt Pryor is obviously he's in P4 at the moment, under a little bit of pressure from 48. Then GOVEE P6, 419 P7, Brisbane P8 on board with now Mav P9. See Sopenin, Fiala, and Nestor battling behind, and that's all for P10.
Yeah, so great battling for the last position in the top 10. See what happens as we go around Brooklands. Could there be, I hate to say it, commentator's curse, but could there be a little bit of carnage? Or will they keep it clean?
Whoa, as we say that, Nestor getting all over the bumper of Fiala there and having to back off extremely. But Fiala dropping down the order, starting P6, now P11. Will be wanting to improve.
just back up to the top 2. Mikhail is closing that gap. It was just over 2 seconds. Now we're down to 1.2.
Oh.
And he set a quicker, that last lap was 0.4 quicker than Parmesan. So could the tyres be getting to Parmesan? And maybe will Mikhail close up in for the last 10 minutes of the race?
Oh, we'll have to see, because we are coming up to the halfway point, you're right, of race 1. And this is going to be an extremely good battle up the front. Gap is 1.4 seconds, as you said. 2 completely different lines going through there. Parmesan seems to have a very unique way of driving these MX-5s. It seems to work for him very well. It's a lovely liveried car as well. Raspberry Danger.
As who sets the faster lap that time? So still Mikhail 0.2 quicker that last lap. So still closing in. The gap's staying consistent that time. But could we see a late challenge? I reckon we will. I think we will. My money's on Mikhail now.
Yep, I think I've lost my bet slightly, but never write off Miku. We definitely didn't in the Tatis yesterday, and look what happened. He came away with a victory. But as you said, yeah, it looks like it's going to be Mikhail and Parmesan running for the victory on this one for now. But never say never, it is the MX-5s after all. Pack is starting to spread a little bit. That battle between Matt and 48 is back on. As we're seeing
48 try and get up the inside, out and round the outside.
Yep, trying. Matt gets him. Is he going to try a cut back? Nope, Matt blocks the way. And GOVEE all the time getting closer and closer at the back of these two.
48 got a better exit out of there, didn't he? Again, like I said a couple of laps ago, gets a good exit right on his bumper, shows his nose. Is he going to try and get up the inside for turn 1? I think he is. He's got the inside.
Going for it.
And he's up to 4th. Yeah, but then Matt comes back round, goes slightly wide, drags him back side by side now. Are they still side by side? Yes, they are. So, but now Matt, has he just got back in front? I think he has,
he did. Yeah, it looked like 48 had just missed a gear there, allowing Matt to kind of go around the outside. But this has just let GOVEE right in on this fight as well, so the battle for P4 is getting really exciting here.
Oh, 48 coming up to the Brooklands again. He's always slightly later on the brakes, gets it tucked in and slightly more over the curb at the last part of it. But certainly round Luffield he makes his time up, staying tight to the curb, doesn't he? And then running back out wide to try and make a move into turn 1 again.
Yeah, exactly it. You can see him, he works the wheel hard, he does. It's a completely different style to Matt. Matt very smooth on the wheel. As we see Parmesan setting the fastest lap of the race, a 1:04.979. So he's starting to stretch that lead back out to Mikhail. Oh, look at that run by 48. Is he going to have a move here on Matt? Matt covering off the inside early.
Is he going to try and go around the outside and get the cut back to go back over to the right? I think he might.
I think he's
Go
trying
side
to.
by side again. Yep.
He's going to have him this time. This is great battling side by side. 48 and Matt. GOVEE is staying close to the back of them.
This could be interesting because if Matt doesn't get far enough alongside, then may see. Oh, as he runs a little bit wide, Matt.
He did.
Which allows 48 through. Great race.
Matt is there. He's still on the inside. I said earlier on we might see 3 wide coming down here. This could be it. GOVEE's in there, Matt's in there, GOVEE giving a bump draft to Matt.
Now 48's going to lose not only 1 but maybe 2. Yes, he has, and he's run wide. So not only, this is the thing with MX5s, 1 minute you're in 4th, next 2 corners time you're down to 6th. It's great racing.
It is fantastic racing. GOVEE's still there, but 48 just tucks in time. Just behind them, you can see the battle between Brizzen and 419's heating up. Brizzen and 419 battling hard. So we've got 2 packs here in the midfield battling really hard. Mav is also closing on the back of that battle, as we see Matt coming back down the inside of 48. Oh, ho, ho. They are doing everything in their
A
power.
slight bit of contact as well.
It was.
Because who went up the inside?
That was 48 trying to go up the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, 48 going up the inside, and there was a slight bit of contact, and that's put him back up to 5th. And now Matt may be trying to pull away. He's got a little bit of gap, let's see. But now we're riding on board with 48, and he's still trying to look ahead, but he's also got to look behind, as he's got the numbers. He's run wide, hasn't he? 48, so now that's going to let him back up the inside, yeah, and he's down to 6th again.
That's it. GOVEE gave him a bit of a bump draft before the corner there, forced him a little bit wide. GOVEE being a little bit naughty, and yeah, made the run, but then GOVEE running wide, and this is going to get 48. What a line 48 takes through there.
It draws him back alongside GOVEE, and is he going to be brave and try and go round the outside of Brooklands? But has he got in front already? I think he might have. Yes, he has.
He has.
So gets back up to 5th.
GOVEE there in the mirror. Absolute epic battle. Just giving Matt a little bit of breathing space. Gap at the front down to 1.1 seconds. So Parmesan's had a moment somewhere up there. Battle behind between 419 and Mavs heating back up with Brisen as well. We might have to quickly switch to that one, folks. And here we are aboard with 419. Brisen right ahead of us. The orange Mazda of Mav right behind. Fiala and Sopanen and Nestor are all battling right behind as well. There's lots of battles going on. I think there's 3 battles going on track at the moment between 9 cars. There's Mav looking to make a move. Oh, Mav very deep though. Is 419 going to get him on the cutback? I think he is.
And they're going to go, probably, they're going to go side by side down the straight. Yes, they are. Half alongside. Maverick tries to get back up the inside. I think he's going to have the inside line for Brooklands, but this could be very close, being side by side into Luffield, unless Maverick's later on the brakes and gets it covered off.
Whoa! You can hear Mavs there on the outside. 419 couldn't go as wide as he wanted to. There's a Mav there.
Great racing from these ones. It was still Aiden at the back, still dropping off slightly, but he's still getting around, still points in the bag, isn't it? And he's looking like he'd be in contention for some reverse grid racing, which is not long to go now, so that's going to be epic as well, isn't it?
Down to the last 3 minutes, so we'll be down to like the last 3 laps, maybe the 4th as we're watching 419 going very, very wide. All over the back of Brisen. But yeah,
it actually helped. It actually helped him slightly, didn't it?
It did.
Even though he ran wide, it gained a little bit of time, but he runs wide. Maverick, he's going to get back up the inside. He likes that move.
Brisen
still on the bumper.
He's trying, yeah. Brisen having a wiggle as well. We're going to have 3 of them going for it.
We're going to go 3 wide. Yep. You said this, didn't you?
That's it.
It took him a while, but we've got it.
3 into 1. What happens here, folks? Oh, I think they behaved. Mav losing out there. I think they behaved. Gap at the front down to 0.9 of a second.
I think Mav maybe just outbraked himself a little bit, conscious that he had 2 on his inside, didn't want to make contact and backed out a little bit and had to go wide, didn't he? But nonetheless, all 3 of them still going and making a great bit of racing. But we now see Mav at the back trying to catch back up after running a little bit wide, but he's right back on them, isn't he?
He is. He's not lost any time at all, really, as he goes extremely wide there. 419 looking to get past Brisen now. Mav dropping back a little bit further. It's kind of like one of those things. It's getting to the end of the race. The pressure's on. Mav's wanting to get some extra points for the team. And he's making a few mistakes at the moment. And they're going to be costing him points overall. Yeah, he's dropping off a little bit now. Gap to the front is really closing down. We're going to have to get on board with the leaders, I think. Because Mikel is starting to close up to the back of Parmesan into the dying minute and a half of this first race. What do you think it's been like so far?
Because they could be catching Aiden as he spins.
He spins.
Into turn 1.
We just caught
Was that an avoidance, or did he spin as a mistake? But he could have spun or tried to go wide to back out of it to let them 2 pass.
He could have, yeah.
but the gap's still coming down. Mikhail now has the fastest lap of 1:04.938. So certainly trying to close up.
It is absolutely rapid. He's left it late. They're going to get one more lap after this one, and then that'll be it.
Sticking in the wheel tracks of Parmesan, keeping up behind him, braking pretty late on the apex. Back across, gains quite a bit of time there, doesn't he? Down to half a second, 0.6 of a second now.
Yeah, he really caught the apron well and got the car rotated perfectly. It looks like Parmesan might be struggling a little bit. Did he push a bit too early? And Mikhail using the legs. The gap back to Miku is now 4.4 seconds.
Great last lap of battle, wasn't it? Perfect, true MX5 racing.
It is.
Great.
All the way to the wire. We're looking a little bit further back on the grid as well. On the timesheets, opening has taken P11 from Fiala. That battle between 419, Brizan and Mav is still ongoing. 48 and Rugwibi are still battling. Speak of the devil, they switch places. Rugwibi up to P5, 48 down to P6. 48 is out. 48 is out. I don't know what's happened to him.
Disaster. Has he stopped somewhere, or has he gone in the pits? I think he's disconnected, hasn't he?
He's pitted out by the looks of things, yeah.
Yeah.
Rugwibi had just got past him.
Right, now onto the last corner. Parmesan I think he's going to keep it as we go onto the main straight. And the last lap, so we see Parmesan. Is he? Yes, he's ahead. Mikhail trying to go wide, but Parmesan hugging the pit wall, and he takes victory.
Race 1 for season 14 out of the way, and it is Parmesan's taking P1 from Mikhail, P2. Miku slightly disappointed that he missed out. P3 there. Matt will take P4, Greeby 5th, and it's 419 6th. Brizan 7th. Mav will take 8th. Nestor in 9th. Soperin should take 10th, Fiala will take 11th, and crossing the line will be Aiden in P12. So it will be some good points on the board for Aiden there.
Yeah, that's great to see, isn't it? I mean, he started to drop off at the end, but he got to the end, didn't he? And, you know, gaining the points, gaining the experience, and pretty impressive for his first race.
Oh, 48 and Rugwibi ran out of fuel. Getting notes from the pit wall there. Both of them ran out of fuel.
Oh, disaster. That's so gutting, isn't it? Last 2 laps? 2 laps to go, wasn't there? And 48 had to retire.
That would have been the last lap, and those two were battling nose to tail for several laps, yeah. So they were run out of fuel. It looked like Rugwibi had just enough to cross the line, but 48 didn't, and he's had to retire just due to not enough fuel, unfortunately. So that will, yeah, promotes Aiden up to P12. So a good handful of points there for Aiden on his debut.
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it? It's good. He's kept out of trouble, hasn't he? Kept going round and, you know, kept on them for about half the race. And, yeah, got some points, like you say.
That's it, and that's what 8 points mean, prizes. And you can only get prizes by participating and getting to the finishing line, and which Aiden has done. So congratulations on that. We did have an absolutely fantastic set of racing there, but it's only going to get more frantic, because it is reverse grid order coming up for race 2, folks. I really can't wait for this one. We will take a quick 5-minute break before the session restarts though, folks, so go grab yourselves a cup of tea, some orange juice. Friday night, why not a beer? And Jake and I will be right back with you after that. See you shortly. And we are back, folks, and we're about to get underway for the reverse grid order. And it's looking like it's going to be a spicy one. Back in the comments box with me as well is Jake. Welcome back, Jake.
Hello, everyone. So, what's your bets? Do you think it's going to be hectic turn 1, or do you think they're all going to keep it clean?
They normally do behave through turn 1. I'll have to give them that. But who knows what is going to happen.
So, lights coming on, and we see all the lights illuminated. A little bit of a hold, and the lights go out. And it's a good start from Aiden at the back. That was a decent start from him. And as we see, Juno up into first at the moment. Slight little bit of contact going through turn 1. But they're all keeping it clean. Parmesan trying to make some places up early on, getting up to 9th already. and Miku up to 5th, and just trying to keep it clean, aren't they? Going along the hanger straight. Sorry, coming into the turn 3 for the hanger straight.
That's it, as we're watching all the chaos behind Parmesan at the moment. We've got GOVEE up there on the left.
Yeah, long line of cars, and there's 6 or 7 in a big long line as they're all trying to jostle for position on the first couple of laps, because that's where they're going to gain. If they can get ahead and keep ahead and build that gap from all the others, then that's where their advantage is, isn't it? In the first couple of laps.
Contact!
Yeah, the first proper bit of contact we've seen is Parmesan is pushed wide onto the grass. I think even who else was that involved?
That was
it
was GOVEE who has kept his place. It has let 419 through, but yeah, GOVEE cutting the nose off of Parmesan there a little bit and sending Parmesan up onto the grass. Miku's been spun up ahead. Oh, he's held it. There was contact there between Fiala and Miku. Miku going backwards, not what he would have wanted. Or it was contact between Brisson. It was contact between Brisson, I think.
Yeah, all of this is helping Parmesan, isn't it, to build his gap and get ahead, as he's in the first lap and a half. He's had a great start and got up to 7th. So, I'm going to say that it could be a double win for Parmesan.
It could be, and that will infuriate Miku. He had the advantage there. And now that puts him behind Mikel and Parmesan, which is not good. Oh, as we're seeing Parmesan having a few difficulties by the looks of things.
Oh, and he held it again, same corner.
Yeah.
All the people in 9th and 10th and 11th, all of that battling lot to get back up and close back onto them.
Look at this. That is a sight to see. That is an angry set of MX5s coming down.
As Aiden makes a place up, so up to 12th and Mikel down to 13th.
Wow.
It's great to see Aiden overtake him. Runs a little bit wide, but still keeps the position. But I think Mikel's going side by side with him behind this pack of 3. They're going 3 wide into turn 3. Is there going to be a bit of contact, slight bit of door rubbing, but they keep it clean and get through and survive just about.
They do indeed. And there we go, on board with Mikel. Aiden right behind him. Like I said, close battle, because there is Mav as well. You can see Mikel and Aiden having a little look up the inside. Oh, this is great. This is what you want to see.
Brilliant, isn't it? I mean, this is for 9th, rounding out the top 10, isn't it? Just behind us, so behind 48. So again, good battle for the last place in the top 10.
That's it, and it's going to be some close battles. You can see that as Parmesan is catching up to the back of Miku right now. Sopanen is 0.4, 0.5 ahead. Pryor currently, though, with fastest lap. He's closing in. So I'd say a good bet right now is Matt to take a decent chunk out of the lead in this race if he gets the head.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if he can get behind the top 2, behind and overtake the top 2, he's looking like he's maybe pull away, whilst Parmesan is still in the mix, trying to overtake to get back up there. So if Matt can overtake the top 2 and then get ahead, maybe we'll see a different race winner. And if he can pull ahead, although having said that, we saw that earlier, didn't we, where Parmesan pulled ahead and then others caught back up to him towards the end of the race. Very
true, and I tell you what, Miku's not exactly going to let Parmesan pass very easy. That's what we're looking back from now, is looking back from Miku onto Parmesan.
Certainly going to make him work for it, and so right, I mean, at the end of the day, he wants it more as much as Parmesan, doesn't he? They all want the position on the track, but also in terms of the championship, these two as being one of the main rivals, they're looking like they're maybe going side by side in a minute. Is Parmesan going to get up or not? Maybe he shows a nose. I don't know. Maybe he does.
Looking like it. Like they're coming through. Oh, Parmesan goes for a dive on the inside. Miku having a little wiggle.
I think he's got up the inside, hasn't he?
He has. He made the move quite well there on Miku. Caught him by surprise, I think.
Yeah, just filling in mirrors, wasn't he? And then it caught him out. And we've got 7th now, so great work from Parmesan. And probably Miku is now going to... Oh, he's trying to challenge back again.
Straight away.
Inside of Brooklyn. So, and he gets 7th again. So Parmesan back to 8th, as this is a brilliant battle, but Miku does run a little bit wider, and it allows Parmesan back through, and they're going to run side by side on straight for turn 1.
It's a never-ending battle between these two, and it's what we like to see. Inch-perfect racing between the two. No contact, only clean.
It's great stuff, isn't it? I mean, if this was... Oh, and who's coming up the inside now? We've got,
It's Mikel! Out of nowhere,
yeah,
and it's spooked Miku.
So now Miku down to 9th, Parmesan 7th, and then Mikel to 8th, which was a brilliant surprise, I think, even for us, let alone Miku.
Yes, I never saw that one coming. That is great news for Mikel. He'll want that, and he'll want to get past Parmesan straight away. And he'll want it for his championship as well. Sopanen, Fiala and Matt are all within 0.5 of a second, I've been told. Oh, they are.
Just looking at the top, fastest lap so far, Mikel has it at a 105.2, 105.187, but so is he going to try and pull away and from Parmesan, which I don't think is going to happen because it's MX5s, but you never know, and is he going to try and catch up to 6th and then try and overtake? But at the moment we're looking at the battle for first.
This is the battle
so
for first.
Matt up the end, goes wide. Does he try and show his nose? Yes, he covers it off. Juno covers it off, and now that allows the 3rd and 4th to get in towards this battle, doesn't it?
So that's it. Your top 3 is currently separated by 0.2 of a second. You've got 1 second back to P4 in total. Top 10 separated by 5.7 seconds in total as Parmesan and Mikel battling hard in the background. Miku as well getting involved. So your 3 championship leaders at the moment, 3 cars wide. And then you've got 2x2 going down here for the leads. And it is Rigweeby up to P1. Matt dropping down to P3, Sopanen going really wide there.
And now we're right on board with Matt, looking to make the positions because we know he's got the pace. I mean, early on he was set, he got a good start, got up right behind them. Now he's going to try and get back up and overtake the top 2 again, isn't it? But it's great racing from these 3.
Absolutely, and it's all swapping about. Sopanen taking the lead again. Oh, Rigweeby going to go wide around the outside. He's going to go way off the track. He's probably going to lose P2 as we see Aiden's gone off. Oh, unfortunately, seen that.
Isn't he?
Yeah, like he just lost the back end a little bit there under braking. Unfortunate. Just look how close this battle's getting. It's all about learning.
It's only a good thing because he must be pushing, mustn't he? So it's a great bit of learning.
That's it. Parmesan and Mikel are down 11 and 12th, I've noticed, with Miku down in 9th. Did the 3 of them come together at some point? They must have done.
They must have. We'll have to look into that, won't we? I reckon they must have.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out.
I mean, yeah, if they haven't, and also, I mean, Parmesan and Mikel have dropped quite a way off 10th, haven't they? A couple of 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, they're about 4 seconds off.
Slower laps, didn't they? On that last lap, so clearly something's happened.
Well, that's it. Miku with a 107, so he was a couple of seconds off his own pace. But yeah, it does look like Parmesan and Mikel have had it coming together.
But now we see Matt takes the lead, doesn't he? Out of Luffield and gets up to first, and that only allows Rigweeby to come into second, to go slightly wide again round turn 1, but he keeps his foot in, and I think he's going to get up. Yes, he is. The side by side again. So now it's the battle for there's 4 in the battle for the podium now.
It's all right. MX5 does leave you speechless, especially race 2 when the racing gets as good at this. You always lose your words, but it is right. Matt Pryor and Rigweeby are battling like nothing on earth for P1 at the moment. Then right behind that, you've got Sopanen and Fiala up into P4. It's a great result for Fiala right now. And right behind them, it's Nestor and 419 battling. It's unbelievable. Miku and Maverick are battling. Miku trying to obviously get his way back up the grid, get as many places ahead of Parmesan and Mikel as he can, and that will do his championship a world of good.
Just looking at Nestor, I mean, he maybe not rule him out because he's setting consistent lap times. Is he going to get up there because them 4 are battling? You never know. He's still got 9 minutes to, make a move. He's setting the consistent times. So could we see Nesta get up and right on the back of the top 4?
We could possibly see it, and anything's happening. These guys are battling that hard. As you can see, lap by lap as we're coming down here, their pack is starting to, it's like an accordion, and it's just starting to close and close and close. And soon we're going to have about 7 cars in the battle for the lead, and we're just over the halfway point. This is incredible racing here. Second race of the Season 14 opener at Phoenix Sim Sport for the MX5 Cup. And right in there, you can basically see everybody.
Yeah, Parmesan, I mean, something must have happened between them, but he's got the fastest lap of the race, because all these are battling, down in 11th, 105.1.
Bit clean air.
He's still showing the pace, but he's just got to build it back up, hasn't he?
So that's it, McGreevy taking the lead then, it's opening all over the back of Matt at the moment. Everything is closing up. It was amazing. You can see from P1 all the way back to P11 in one shot, and we are over the halfway point. That's how close this racing has been this evening. It's Sopanen. Ooh, big twitch there on the cutback behind Matt. He held it very well. P3 at the moment for Sopanen. Fiala P4. Is that Nestor is right over the back of them as well, and there's Miku in and amongst 419 and 48.
I think soon we'll see Nestor making a move for P4. I mean, he's getting closer, isn't he? Like I said, I think. And now this is going to make it very interesting, as due to Aiden making a spin and having a slight mistake at Luffield, he's just going through Luffield as they're entering Brooklyn. So this could do a little bit of backmark of traffic, couldn't there be? Yeah,
there could possibly be, and I tell you what, there's probably nothing worse if Aiden was to look at his mirror and you just see 11 angry MX-5s coming their way behind you. I'd sharply be getting out of the way, but look at this battle for the lead. There is nothing between it at all. The top 12 are separated by less than 10 seconds. This is unreal.
As we see Juno going a little bit wide through turn 1 again. Him and Reglubi seem to both have a slight little moments there every so often, but Reglubi trying to get up the inside of Matt, but Matt's covering it off. Now they're going to do some typical MX5 racing, bit of slipstreaming down the straight, why not? As we see Reglubi pull out to get alongside, but Matt has got the inside, and I think he'll probably just stay ahead.
Should just. Is Sopanen going to make any closing gaps up on this one? Is Reglubi going to try and cut back maybe on the outside? We know how well Matt places his car when it comes to defensive driving. And that is a nice set of lines. Pack's still absolutely close, hearing all those engines battling their way down. It's something brilliant. There's Aiden.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Nesta, he's dropped from 5th to 12th, so something clearly happened on that lap. I don't know what's happened, whether he's gone for a spin or there was contact, but he's recovering. And what a shame, he was in 5th, challenging for 4th, but now he's down to 12th.
Oh, disaster. No, poor Nesta. And that would have been a fantastic result if he'd kept that one going, and he was catching this lead pack as well. It's extremely unfortunate there. We're seeing Matt and Reglubi swapping places again for the lead. Aiden getting ever so more closer into the camera. And, it's a shame.
I don't know what I would do if I was him at this point. Would I keep out the way? Would I, you know, what was he going to do? Where's he going to go? First sim race weekend. What's he going to do, you know?
He's very sensibly staying right out of the way. Nice and slow on the outside. Oh, maybe. Oh! Oh no!
Oh no, is he? He goes in... Well, I don't know what's happened now. Where's he gone?
He's in the middle of it.
Oh god. Come on, Aiden. Oh dear.
Not where you want to be right now. Is in the middle of a very angry pack.
Definitely not. Matt goes very wide. Yeah.
Sopanen the beneficiary of it. Aiden kind of getting in the way there. As you see Miku flashing at Aiden to say, hey, I'm coming through, get out of my way. Oh, contact between Miku and Aiden.
Yeah, there was, I mean, Aiden.
Oh.
What was that now?
That was Fiala going off.
Yes. Yeah, gone off before the hanger straight.
It's all kicking off.
Isn't it? Yeah, in the last 5 minutes, so we're down to 5 minutes of the race to go. My money is still on Max. He's shown consistent times and he's in third, and you know they're so close, separated, just dropping back a little bit, but that could have been with the back marker and yeah, all their lap times were a little bit slower, weren't they, getting past Aiden?
They were a little bit. I'm going to go with Miku still because he is there in P4 and he is catching this lead pack. Parmesan and Mikel, they're still down in P10 and P11 at the moment, so they're not really progressing through the pack as much. I say that as Parmesan and Brisen are fighting.
Yeah, I was just going to say that as well. Yeah, I mean, he's got his lap time down to a 104. He's got back in the 104, so he's still showing that he's got the consistent times. But obviously, there was some. I'd be interested to find out what that contact or what happened to get them down into. It was 11th and 12th, wasn't it, when it first happened?
Yeah, it was about that, and I said there's been not much improvement. It's Parmesan that has made the place. Mikel obviously struggling a little bit further back now. Winner out of that one for the championship battle will be Miku, who is slowly catching this battle between Matt and Sopanen. We'll try to get a wider view of the trackside battles right now. Oh, contact between Matt and Sopanen.
Oh, and they I think he spun in the end, didn't he?
Sopanen went round, so yes.
He's going to be down to 11th or 12th by the time he gets back on, as he's just rejoining. So it's all kicking off in the last couple of minutes, isn't it? It's great racing.
It is great
typical reverse grid.
Oh, such a shame for Sopanen though. He's been doing so well as we see Miku trying to go around the outside of Matt. Big winner out of all this is Riguibi, 3.2 seconds the lead now.
And now we see Parmesan, he's got up to 5th, so amazing, because he was in 9th, wasn't he, a minute ago?
It was, only a few corners ago.
Yeah, so he's back up to 5th. He's from, obviously, 12th, but it's took him a while to get back up there, but he's got back up there, which is great stuff.
You can't ever cut anybody out in one of these races. Look at them all there. This is madness. They're still so close together.
My money's still on Matt, though, as he tries to go round the outside, doesn't he? At Brooklands.
Him and Miku battling really hard. This is going to be putting a smile on Riguibi's face at the moment. As Miku looks like he has the run on Matt here for P2. Riguibi stretching his legs out, 3.5 seconds the gap. We're in the final 2 minutes now of this race. Coming up, contact between Miku.
Contact again.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's a very scruffy second race here at Silverstone.
It's brilliant though, I mean they're all relatively keeping it clean, and when they're having the contact, I mean most of them are keeping it clean and staying on the track, aren't they? Apart from the unfortunates like Nesta and Juno.
Yep, that's exactly it, and we're going to go a little bit further back just a second because there's a massive big battle going on between Mikel, 48, Mav and Brisen at the moment.
So they're all fighting for the 6th position, aren't they? So the last place in the top 6.
Yep. Sopanen has unfortunately retired after contact from Matt there. So he will not be seeing out the end of the race.
Only a couple of laps to go, isn't it? That's a shame.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Sopanen. So we see Mav now getting demoted to P10.
So it's going to be tight, but are we on to the last lap? I think we might be. Or
yes, I
maybe
think
it's going to be
so.
close.
It's going to be close. We'll have to see as we see Aiden sticking to the grass and getting out of the way.
Very good, sensible driving and being very aware by Aiden in his only 2nd ever sim race. So very good to be staying out the way and having the awareness of the faster cars behind him.
That's it. As long as he gets to the end of the race, it's good points as we see just ahead of us Brisen and Mav. Making all the mistakes was Brisen. That promotes Mav up to P8. Ahead of him is Parmesan down to P7. He's battling hard with 419 right now. Gap to the front between Riguibi and Miku, however. Miku is now up to 2nd, so Matt making a mistake. That gap at the front, 3.1 seconds, and I don't think Miku has that in the tank on Riguibi this lap, so we're going to go on board with Riguibi when I can find him.
It's going to be close. Are they going to get over the line? I think he's just going to get one more lap in, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah,
he could have slowed down, but no, he's gone for one more.
And he had the time, didn't he? He's got
He
time
did.
in hand. It's not like they're all bumper to bumper, so, you know,
He
we're
could-
on to the last lap of the race.
He could have let off the throttle, yeah. That would have been a victory there for GOVEE. If something happens to him in this lap, he'll be kicking himself right now. But we'll see. Miku is there.
Back onto the hangar straight, isn't he? Back onto the hangar straight with GOVEE. And just now keeping out of trouble, isn't he? He's got three more corners to go, just keeping it out of trouble. And then hopefully he'll take the victory.
Hopefully so. Battles further down the pack still going on. Parmesan has got past 419 for P6. It looks like Brisbane and 419 are dropping down the order. Mavs up to P7, Fiala up to P9. As GOVEE right now keeping that gap to 3 seconds, making the final turns of his journey here in race 2, the reverse grids. For the season opener of the MX5 Cup here at Phoenix Sim Sports, and it is Miro GOVEE taking victory. Miku in P2, will be Matt P3, Mikhail P4, a great result for him. 48 will go P5, Parmesan up to P6, Bab P7, 419 P8, Brisbane P9, Fiala P10, Nestor will be P11, and then it'll be Aiden to round it up in a second P12 finish. So do P12s for Aiden there.
Yeah, great, isn't it? I mean, like I say, it's just getting the points in the bag, getting the confidence, and hopefully he'll come back and through the season we're seeing progress and just get higher and higher up the order.
That's
But
it.
as we see, very, very competitive racing, typical MX5s, and we've seen some great stuff, haven't we, tonight?
We have. That's been some absolutely wonderful racing. We saw it close, technical, and absolutely nose to tail in race 1. And then race 2, the pack never really split at all for the entire race. So we've had 2 separate winners already here at the start of, the end of season 1. That's season 1. Where am I going? My brain's going. The racing's been that good. So it's the end of race 1, season 14. Second race, technically, but event 1. And let's see. So we're going to go on to screen. And we're going to go pull some ladies and gents up for some chatting. We've got 3 to bring in. So we'll get them up and we'll get some questions asked. So, commentary box, that's the one. And I'm going to move you there. And then last one. Right, so, welcome everyone. What a race that was. What races that was. Madness. Just absolutely madness. I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. Race 1, absolutely nuts. Where do we get started? So, Checo, your race. Race 1, talk us through it.
Race 1, no practice, very full. I ate too much. Race 2, I want to more talk about that. To be honest, I did one of the best defenses, of course, but also I'm really disappointed not to finish the race. Of course, I put myself P2 and put Miro above me because this is what brothers are. Because I wanted him to get the first place because I don't want to get really stressed about it. So I would have loved to see Miro win, and that's how I got him the win also. Because to be fair, I know he was strong, and also I wasn't really that much strong as well.
It was a great performance, and as you said, it was nice to see Miro, especially in the second race. A lot of action in the first race, it has to be said. There was a lot of backwards and forwards and stuff like that. A lot of close battling.
I mean, I don't really want to talk about mine and Matt's incident. I don't want to throw in bad words or anything. I'm a bit disgusted. But either way, it happened. It's racing. Whatever happens. But either way, this is Miro's win. He deserves it, and this is what brothers are in real life also.
Let's see, that's nice to hear. I'll be turning around and being like, right, that definitely beers are on you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Worth it. The worth it beard. Yeah, unfortunate about the incident in the coming together with Matt. We'll see what the stewards say about that one. But overall, it was a really good going second race for you up until that point. Looking forward to next week then. You're going to come back a bit stronger.
He will for sure.
I love how we just answers that. Yes, he will. I'm going to force him to.
I will.
He will. Trust me.
Trust the process. I've just come back from some sickness, but I've just done a comeback that's honestly one of my best comebacks. I mean, of course, some things have to be right or wrong, but sometimes we take time to even practice. I mean, I haven't practiced anywhere near this race, but I just got that pace and I just got that burst of shine.
You sure did, and it looked really good. I said, unfortunately, what happened, but definitely looking forward to seeing what you can do next week. So, obviously, we'll go on now, and we're going to have a little shimmy in with Miku. Great qualifying, probably not what you wanted from the first race, but then the second race totally went all your way. Race 1 is done, and the championship's wide open. What's your thoughts, Miku?
Well, I mean, the quality was alright. The start, I completely screwed up the lights, went way too late, and to drop down to P4, I got the first few laps, but then managed to get back to third, and at that point it was basically just hold out till I'm, across the line. Then second race, yeah, things have gone my way, bar 2 incidents. Firstly, someone hit me in the rear, no idea who. And then second, there was coming together with Mikkel and Parmesan, and I unfortunately got caught up in there.
Oh, is that what that was? We missed that on the stream. It was not until Jake had noted that they had dropped down in times, and then I think it was Twiz that was actually in the stream chat. It's like, wow, you should have heard the screaming. So I'm assuming it was a bit lightened up in the driver's room during the race after that.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there, to be honest. And then the final one between Sopanen and Matt cost me a bit of time. Probably would have had a victory if it weren't for that incident, but it is what it is. We can't reverse the race.
No, we can't. No.
Whatever happens, happens. So, third and second, happy with the outcome.
I mean, that's going to look good for you, though. Currently, that'll put you top of the championship after round 1. So you are the man to be chasing.
For now.
For now, he says. What do you think? You're going to be able to keep this one up going on next week? You think you got the momentum? You did really well with the Tatuses yesterday. Now the MX5s, you've had yourself a good result. It's a good start to the season for you, Miku.
I mean, I'm confident, but of course, the trip that'll be coming in the latter half of the series, out for about 2-3 rounds.
Oh yeah, that's
right. It will cost me, but I'll see what I can manage, if I can pull a bit of a gap to maybe salvage it in the final run.
Well, fingers crossed to you, man. A great result today. Excellent points on the board. Definitely looking forward to seeing you back on track next week. But we'll swiftly move on. The first race, not really any contention, mid-packed all the way. But the second race, who would have thought it? Here's your race winner. It's Rugweeby. Welcome to the Combox.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. I want to thank Juho Sopanen for helping me to push me to the win, and especially in the second one, of course. First race was P5. I'll take it. I don't know what happened. I think X had a low fuel problem, I think, and so he stopped in front of me, and I accidentally crashed into him in the back. I feel so sorry for him though. But yeah, that happens, of course. Strategy and stuff, and but yeah, I'll take P5 in race 1. Race 2, yeah, I started P9, and then after P9 fighting into the top 3, and it was really fun racing with the guys in P4. All the guys in P4 from P3, they were all fighting for the win, of course. It was really the nicest race so far, and I really enjoyed it. I said, you know what, I just gonna join the party and say hi to the guys, and then after that I say just bye and yeah, he said, yeah, you know what, you need to win, brother. I feel so sorry for what happened after that. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I feel so sorry for my brother. Of course, he's the best. Without him, I didn't win. Of course, maybe yes, maybe, but with his support and with his brotherhood love, this wasn't possible.
Oh, you're making me tear up with all the brotherly love.
I mean, to be fair, it's like Miro's mostly my second sibling. So yeah, I mean, this one's for him because he needed it, he wanted it most, and I know that he's fast and strong, and I'm okay with getting a podium or losing one race, but I will be back for sure.
Of course.
That's proper driver and team mentality, that is. I like to hear that. Looking out for each other on track, that's what we want to see. So obviously you're looking forward to next week, going to come back strong, hoping for some also good results, thinking maybe now championship contention after race ones?
Probably, yeah. I'm trying those. So,
Believe in
I
yourself.
think it's both of our time to actually shine in the championship, so that's what we're
exactly.
aiming.
After
That's what
getting
we're
P3,
aiming for.
yeah, after getting P3 last season, it was really nice. So I hope I can fight for the championship this time. Yeah. Shout out to Matt, of course. Sorry, to Matt. He's a really great driver. A really good fighter on track. Yeah, he did a great job, but better next time.
Oh, that's them fighting words. I like to hear them, that's for sure. Better luck next time. It was some absolutely fantastic racing on track today, for sure. Nose to tail, light bumps, big bumps. But all I can say is I am very much looking forward to next week. It's going to be mad.
Absolutely. Didn't you lose your voice yet?
Almost. I did at one point. I almost lost it. It's a good thing that I got a cup of tea on the break. So, yeah. I need to kind of keep some voice for LMU tomorrow, and I'm also driving ACC. So we're going to kind of end the stream very shortly because this man needs his rest, or I'm going to have a horrible day tomorrow. But yeah. Big thank you to all you guys for dropping in here to give us some post-race interviews. It was great racing again from all of you, so thank you very much. Huge thanks for Jake for joining me in the comms box. Hopefully going forward, we'll be seeing you every week from now on if you can.
Yeah, definitely. I loved it. It was so good. Typical MX5s, wasn't it? It was brilliant.
Absolutely.
Can't wait for next week.
As a certain Max Verstappen would say, it'd be absolutely lovely, that. Or however he said it.
What a simply lovely.
Simply lovely, lads.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
the one.
Thank you. You can come into the box every single week from now on, and you can say that.
Oh wait, commentary driving.
Yeah, there you go. We'll just come on to you every time. So how you doing, so friend? Simply lovely, that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a good idea because Daytona's next up, and that's going to be a bit of bumping there and there.
Yeah, that's going to be absolutely fire.
Yeah. This will be absolutely fun, to be fair.
You got
looking forward.
You got
and certainly, there's no way that's going to happen for the third run, which is the North Cypher.
Look, you've got to think it's live.
Family times right now.
Got a bit. It's live. He knows he's got to behave. So even if he gets spun, I'd be like, "And we'll go on board. Sopra's just had an accident. How you doing? Well, it's simply lovely, that mate." Like,
I would have been. Someone has to have the censorships on.
I don't know if I can do live bleeps in time.
I mean, I don't want to be rapping like Kendrick Lamar on stream, so.
Oh God. No, none of that.
I'm not dissing Kendrick.
Oh goodness. Oh, with that one then, folks, with all the, before we descend into any more chaos, we'll call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow, though, with Maverick hosting ACC Opener for Season 14, again at Silverstone, and then tomorrow night we're at Sebring for the Le Mans Ultimate Opener, so that's going to be an absolutely spicy one as well. So a big thank you to everyone that's joined us this evening, to everyone that raced tonight. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Have yourselves a good night. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.